Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Ramon Ray, and welcome to Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind Morning Show. What an honor it is to be here and represent the man, the myth, the legend himself, Glenn Lundy. I'm going to go to Glenn Lundy's page and make sure that we are broadcasting live to make sure that you can hear me. It looks like we are live, and let me check the audio real quick to make sure you can hear things well. Let me go to my phone here and just do that here and make sure. Let's see. Yeah, it's coming through. So again, welcome to a brand new day. This is Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind Morning Show. Some of you being here today, you're wondering where in the world is Glenn Lundy? Clearly, this guy in front of you today is not Glenn Lundy. Well, no, I am not Glenn Lundy. I'm Ramon Ray, a fill-in host for Glenn Lundy's morning show, Rise and Grind. We'll get to that in a minute. But I wanted to talk about one word and one word in particular. And that word right now is the aspect of honor. What an honor it is, Trisha Rue. What an honor it is, Tosh Queen, to represent Glenn Lundy today. Glenn Lundy and I talk several times a month, off and on, depending on the season, depending on what's going on in our world. But most of the time when Glenn Lundy calls me, when it's an impactful period of time, it's something good. Isn't it nice to have people in your life that when they call you, it's something good? I remember when he called me a few years ago, said, Ramon, you know what? I've decided I was praying. I'm not leading BWC anymore. It's you. I'm like, yo, what? He called me other things of times like that. So what an amazing time to be here. Bella Rigby, good to have you here. Patricia, good to have you here. Tosh, good to have you here. All the way from UK. Luis, good to have you here. Michelle, and of course, I've already said hello to Trisha Rue, and many others are going to join. This is a brand new day. Mike Larkin is here. Glad you're here today. And yes, Maria Lynn Ramon, representing Glenn Lundy. So some of you may say, where's Glenn Lundy? What's happened to Glenn Lundy? Why is Glenn Lundy not here? Take a break, take a deep breath. In fact, what you can do is pick up and take a sip of Cafe Bustelo if you want. We will get to Glenn Lundy, Don Sankey. So Glenn Lundy, for those of you who don't know, because I'm streaming this on my own platforms as well, this is Glenn Lundy, a father, I believe, a father of 9, multi-millionaire leader of 800% Auto Club, one who has worked in an auto dealer and grew it 800%, one who loves life, loves experiences. We'll get into this more, but this is Glenn Lundy for those who don't know him, for those who are watching my or his Facebook feed. And of course, we have a good number of our friends watching us on Breakfast with Champions, the BWC Clubhouse app. Karen, as Karen knows, and Maria knows, as Michael Barish knows, and Mary Lynn Wilkin. So Glenn Lundy is safe. Glenn Lundy is fine. And in fact, this is where Glenn Lundy is. Glenn Lundy's at SoFi Stadium looking at I think is it Raiders or Raiders? What's the team he likes? The team people say always keeps losing, and he says keeps losing. I always forget to pronounce it. let me not dishonor the man if he's not here. The Raiders. He's there with many of you may know the name. Hey, Scott Simons. Good morning, my brother. With David Meltzer. He's there with friends and family having a great time. And Glenn Lundy is a man who loves experiences, as many of us know. So he's in the West Coast of USA. And he said, you know, Ramon, I do quite a bit. I do a lot. Maria's like Ravens. I do quite a bit. I do a lot, but I don't think this is the season for me to wake up 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 at 1:30 in the morning and do Rise and Grind show. So for the next 2 or 3 days, he's going to have other friends of his, celebrity hosts, fill in for him today. So Glenn Lundy is safe and sound. And talking about experiences, this is where Glenn Lundy is today. This is watching me live, seeing the video. Glenn Lundy also loves not just experiences, which is, of course, the most important experience with friends and family, Kat Perez. And we're going to get to the topic of the day today. I have some things to share with you. But he also, of course, loves experiences with his 800% Auto Club. Auto, I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, but 800% Automotive Club. You guys know what I mean. He lived that 800% life. This is the picture of him having the experience there as well. Hey, Liza Borges, glad to have you here as well. I know Marilyn tagged you. Not sure if you're in the room or she's tagging you. But Glenn Lundy's a man who loves great experiences. So my one nugget today, my one thread to pull on, what experiences have you had in 2025 that you can look back with a smile? Or what experiences maybe have you had in 2024, the year before, that you can look back, or 2025, maybe it's not with a smile, but it's something that brings a bit of sadness or a tough lesson learned for you. And then what experiences will you have, like Scott Simons is in Abu Dhabi, I believe, at the F1 racing track, Formula One thingamajiggy. What's up, Richard Bruce? As he's there having an experience. Isn't this what life is about, Liza? Good morning, Liza. It's about amazing experiences. So Glenn Lundy has taught us that to live life to the fullest at 800% and have great experiences. Can't you see the happiness on this man's face as he's on a flight all the way from the West Coast? He's in Paris, Kentucky, and he's going all the way to the West Coast to watch a game with friends and family and more. This is what life is about. And ironically, my other good friend Scott Simons is doing the same thing in a whole other country. This is what life is about. So my question to you, Paul, my question to you, West Storm, my question to you, Tosh Queen, my question to you, Scott Simons, let's work hard-ish. Let's work hard, yes. But let's also not forget to have amazing experiences with friends and family, because that makes the world rich. That makes the world exciting. And of course, here's Glenn Lundy there again. Those who don't know him, look up glennlundy.com. Father of 9, I believe it is 9, and all in on his family, all in on his business, and all live on carving a bit of time for himself as well to grow and be better. So my name is Ramon Ray. We're going to keep moving on here on Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind Morning Show. Glad you've taken the time to be here today. Trisha Rue holding it down on the BWC side. Glad to have you here. Ing Johnson, glad to have you here. Karen, glad to have you here. Tanya, glad to have you here. Everybody, glad you're here on Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind Morning Show. He could not be here today. He's healthy, he's safe, he's well. But he said, Ramon, can you fill in for me today? And some other friends and others will be joining in the coming days as well until Glenn gets back in the seat. But what an honor it has been for Glenn to say, Ramon, could you fill in for me? I remember when I first met Glenn Lundy in person. It was, in fact, at a Breakfast with Champions event a couple years ago in Queens, New York. A group of us gathered together, and I had the Breakfast with Champions cereal box behind me. You'll see the orange box with Glenn Lundy's smiling face on it there. Glenn Lundy is the one who taught me about personal development. I didn't understand personal development many, many years ago, Bella. I didn't understand it, Luis. I didn't understand what personal development was. I didn't understand these things, and Glenn Lundy brought many friends to the audience. You can go fast by yourself, but you can go far with other people. Don Sankey celebrating over 1,000 days straight. I think it was some huge number of working out. Glenn Lundy's taught me this, so I'm very grateful that over the past few years, not only have I learned with Glenn Lundy, learned from Glenn Lundy, but I can count him as a friend and a mentor. So welcome to a brand new show. This is the Rise and Grind Show with Glenn Lundy. Glad you're here today. Sit back, relax, buckle up as we get ready to dive into some of the things of the show. And I get ready to go here. Where am I trying to go here? I put a little video up there. Is this the right video? I thought I put a video up here. I think I did. Let's see here. I want to play the video clip. I took the time to do it, so we sure gonna play it. Maybe I didn't put it up here. Well, these things happen. You thought you put a clip up, but then it's not there. I want to play the clip. You know what? Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to get ready to play the clip. I took the time to pull the clip up. Now I can't find it. So I want to make sure I play the right clip. Maybe this is it. Why is it that when you're live and you want to show something, that what you want to show just doesn't come to fruition? Here we go. All right, let's see here. I hope this is the right one, because we're sure going to play it. 39 seconds, and that one's too. I think this may be it. Let's try it and see what happens. I'm going to bring the clip up as we get ready to start our show. Thank you for your patience on that little hiccup there, but I want to honor the man and play his bumper. I think I got the right clip there. So hopefully this is it as we get ready to start. We've already started. We get ready to dive into some key concepts of Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind Morning Show. Glad you're all here. You're going to have a good time today if you haven't already, as we pour into you all and give inspiration and insight, motivation, education, and inspiration to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. So welcome to Monday. It is a brand new great day. And as I always say, make an impact and do what you can. While that's uploading, I'll give it 2 more seconds to upload, because I do want to play the little bumper. I took the time to edit it, so I want to play it, but not sure. Maybe I didn't upload it all the way. It takes a little bit longer than I did. But let's move on here. So one thing I wanted to recap today that's important to Glenn Lundy is his morning 5. All of you on the Breakfast with Champions side know this. You've heard it well. But I wanted to unpack it today. What are these 5 concepts that Glenn Lundy has talked about relentlessly over and over and over and over and over again? And if you know what the 5 concepts are, you can just shout them out. Alexandria Nicole. You can shout them out. Don Sankey. You can shout them out. Tosh Queen. You can shout them out. Malika Starr. Glad to have you here. You can shout them out and put them in the chat what they are. You already know, most of you know what they are. It's not a secret. But I wanted to slow the roll and unpack these 5 things and more I have today to let us remember, because I believe that, as Glenn Lundy says, repetition is so important. Hearing things once, it doesn't really get into the cerebral cortex. Hearing things twice doesn't always do that as well. Sometimes you got to hear it over and over and over and over and over again. Maybe it's the 75th time for you, the 80th time for you, the 100th time for you, the 30th time for you, the 10th time for you, whatever the time may be. Maybe you've heard it over and over again, but maybe you need to hear it over and over again. So again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Glenn Lundy Rise and Grind Morning Show, as we get ready to start the show right now.
Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume, because it's time to rise and grind.
Oh, right. I feel better. Let me ask you the chat. Wasn't that worth it for me to take a little time and play that 39-second bumper? If you think it was worth it, put worth it in the chat. I'm glad I waited when I played. It's nice to have a little music, nice to have a little deviation from the script that we do. And if you're waiting for me to dance and get up and hoot and holler and shake my ships, to shake my hips, it's not going to happen. I'm going to leave that to the man, the legend himself, Glenn Lundy. So let's get with it. Let's dive into some of those things. Trisha Rue saying, yes, it is worth it. Appreciate that, Trisha, and others who are here today joining us. Worth it to play that little bumper. It's good. It's a nice bumper he put together. I love it very much. So let's get with it. So those who don't know, those who do know, Glenn Lundy is this amazing, amazing human. All about personal development, living life to the fullest, living life at 800% with 8 core key principles of life: finance, fitness, family, faith, career, education, mental health, friends. 8 things he talks about, and doing each of them as best you can every single day at 800%. Maria Lind, it's not going to happen. And he talks about this on a constant basis, and I thought, let me unpack and go deeper into one of the things that are very important for Glenn Lundy, which is, what are your morning habits? How do you start your day? And I thought, what a fitting reminder that we can be reminded, are we on track to live life well? And as Glenn Lundy says, how in the world can we live life to the fullest if we don't even wake up properly, if we're not even starting our day properly? Kimberly Hatfield, thanks for being here today. So one of the things that he says, all of you know it, Don knows it, all of you know this, most of you know it. Those of you who don't know it, who are new in my audience, I'm here representing Glenn Lundy today. Go check out Glenn Lundy. You will thank me for getting to know Glenn Lundy. For those who don't know him, those who do already, you're going to enjoy this episode the same. So number 1 is, he talks about, and this is in Glenn Lundy's, the 2026 Morning 5 Planner at glennlundy.com/morning-5, glennlundy.com/morning-5. Check it out. And I wanted to walk through these 5 key things that Glenn Lundy says. Here's how he suggests you start your day. And maybe you're not 100% on all of them. Maybe you only do some of them. Maybe it's new for you. Who knows? But I wanted to walk through these things today, Tosh Queen, because I know you're one, Tosh, who lives this life. You're one, Maria, who lives this life. Marilyn Wilkin, you're one who lives this life. And I wanted to walk through this and say, what can we do better to start our day? And everything in life may not be for you. Now, Glenn Lundy doesn't have take cold showers. That's something I'm just not going to do and never do. That's for some other type of people, not for me. But let's walk through what they are. And number 1, as most of you know already, 1 is no phone first thing in the morning. This is a core tenet that Glenn Lundy is saying. He's saying, when you wake up, what's the first thing that you grab? Me, the first thing I grab is my wife. Let me just stop right there before Glenn yanks my Glenn Lundy Rise and Grind Morning Show license. But no phone first thing in the morning. When you wake up, is that the first thing you grab, the phone? Now, there may be some exceptions. I grab my phone to turn off my alarm. Maybe you grab your phone to do this, that, and the other. But it's the first thing you're grabbing in bed, your phone, and scroll and scroll and scroll. And what a pathetic life. What can I say, Alexandra Nicole? You know, it's a PG-13 show. So I wanted to stop right there. So don't grab your phone first thing. People say that you are the sum of the books you read. You are the sum of the podcasts you listen to. You are the sum of your friends. I would dare say, and I wonder, Tosh Queen, I wonder, Danny Russ, welcome, Danny Russ joined BWC last week. Danny, we're glad you're here. Thanks for being part of Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind morning show community. So I wonder, though, if you grab your phone the first thing in the morning, does that say something about you, that that's the first thing you do? No devotions, no time of God, no exercise, nothing, just grabbing your phone and scrolling on the news of the day, scrolling on something else in your TikTok feed, something else in your Facebook reel feed that you probably already know. Is it worth it? Come on, Malika. Malika's clapping back saying, Ramon, hold up, buddy, hold up. I grabbed mine to listen to the Glenn Lundy Morning Show. Glad you're here, Malika Star. Glad you're here. But Malika, you know what I'm going to say. If you do that first thing in the morning, you got to wake up 10 minutes early. So you do some other things. But I'm glad you're here and I know what you mean. That's number one. Don't grab your phone first thing in the morning. We can do better than grabbing our phone first thing in the morning. Yes, the phone is an important tool. No question about it. But should that be the first thing that we grab? Love it. Louisa saying, I do Wordle, strands, and connections to get my brain going. I hear you on that. Number two, ding, 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 ding. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind morning show. Glenn Lundy says that this is not new. This is something you all know, but it's important that we're refreshed. Are you hitting the snooze button? I must say, from time to time, I do hit the snooze button. But I try not to, especially is what happens when I get good rest. I don't have to hit the snooze button. And frankly, when I get good rest, I up and wake up before the snooze button. Today, I had my alarm set for 4:30. I woke up at about 3:30 and I went to bed about 11 o'clock. My body woke up feeling refreshed. So number two is don't hit the snooze button. Glenn Lundy, his Morning 5 planner, check it out, says wake up immediately when your alarm goes off to maintain consistent energy levels. If you find yourself having to snooze all the time, your alarm, maybe that's not the right time to wake up. Maybe there's something you need to do better. Maybe there's a healthier way that you need to live. This is important to understand, important to think in mind. And Bella Rigby is on this train as well, saying, Ramon, yes, 15 minutes, spend some time before you hit that phone doing something else to nourish your life and to make your life better. Do not hit the snooze button, no matter how tempting it may be. Number three, Glenn Lundy talks about the following: physical activity. Are you stretching? Are you doing push-ups? Are you going to the gym? I didn't do that first thing in the morning because I was here. I did read my Bible. I did pray. I had some Cafe Bustelo. I got a little bit in the cup here. It's time for me to take some. But I will be going to the gym after this. I'll be continuing my morning routine. This is an exception to that, filling in for my friend, my mentor, Glenn Lundy. But physical activity. Most of us here in the BWC Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse world, most of you in the Rise and Grind morning show world who are here to hear Glenn Lundy. He couldn't be here today. He's off in the West Coast with Raiders and David Meltzer and others. But are you doing physical activities? At least stretching, at least some push-ups, at least some stretches, maybe going to the gym, maybe doing a power walk, at least that. At least that. And Malika Starr, how amazing she is. She's saying, oh, maybe I need to wake up a few minutes earlier. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Malika. Physical activity. See, Tricia, stop this nonsense. Stop it. This is where you shake your hips, Ramon. No. Physical activity does not mean for me to put on some music that Glenn Lundy puts on this, some AI music sometimes, some music that just it's I don't even understand it. And then y'all start dancing. I'm the only black guy I think in America who doesn't. I have rhythm, but I can't dance well. So it would be a horrible experience, people. So that's number three. Do physical activity. And I love it. Malika Star said, Ramon, hold your roll, brother. I do physical activity. I run up and down the steps to let the dog outside. Let's go. Number four, part of the Morning 5 routine that Glenn Lundy has walked us through week after week and year after year. Number 4, gratitude and goals. It's very hard to have gratitude and misery live in the same zone of genius. It's very hard. What are you grateful for? What are your goals? When you wake up, you don't hit your snooze, you do physical activity. You wake up. What was the first one? Forgot it already. Recap that. No phone. That's right. You don't get on your phone. You don't hit the snooze button. You have your physical activity. And now we're on number 4. What are your gratitude and goals? What are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for Mary Lynn. I'm grateful for her. That she says she can teach me how to dance and move my hips. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I don't want you to teach me about those fake people you make up and say are celebrity singers and actors and all those people too. No, Mary Lynn, thank you. Not going to happen. But I have so much to be grateful for. So much to be grateful for. In fact, sometimes when I'm down and I go through my own mental language, my own mental issues, it's gratitude that brings me out. Remembering where I used to live in New York City. Blessed if you live in a place like this, that's your journey. But for me, used to live in a place we'd open the door, roaches would scatter. Open a trash compactor, oh, roaches would scatter. People would throw garbage in there. You'd have liquid on the bottom of the trash compactor. Some of you know what I'm talking about. You got a lady at the top playing her music loud. I got to bang her with a broom and tell her to stop. She comes out half drunk. I cannot play my music. This is America. Oh my God, lived in that for some time where the dog took over the sidewalk. There was a time when I used to come from Pennsylvania vacationing with my family or some other place like Lancaster or something like that. And I would cry in the car. I would cry coming back to where I lived. I could have still been grateful, but I would cry. Soul Salcedo, glad you're here, Soul. We're grateful for you being in this community too. And so I have a lot to be grateful for. When I look at my refrigerator, I know that I can just boom, hit a button and Uber Eats will fill my refrigerator. Many people can't do that. I love that. Cesar is grateful, saying, I'm grateful I got my hips replaced and it's go time. Boxing season again. You can join Mary Lynn and she can help you move those hips and dance. So this is important to think about. What are we grateful for? Because the more and more we're grateful, the more and more we're thankful, the more and more we express, write down, as Glenn says as well, write down your goals and put them down, the better off we'll be. How much do we express gratefulness? How much do we express thankfulness? Even though I'm a musician, I haven't made any song except one. My church put it in their album, My Heart Fills with Joy at the work you have done. And I forgot the word, da 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 da, for all that you've done. Great is your mercy, you're faithful to me. It's a song God gave me some years ago. I'll find the track one day, maybe, and play it for you. Me and my wife sang it together, a duet. But gratefulness is empowering. Gratefulness is freedom. Gratefulness breaks shackles. Goals let you know not only where you are right now, but where you can be, where you want to be. I love it. Anna's saying she's thankful for the country life. It's so peaceful. Tony is saying, I'm grateful for being in Philly. Love Philly. Grateful for Philly. We have a lot, ladies and gentlemen, to be grateful for. A lot to be thankful for. And I know Glenn Lundy was here, as he does already. He's thankful for all of you, each and every one of you, who get to be a part of his experience, get to be part of the Rise and Grind Glenn Lundy community. And number 5 is encouraging message. When you encourage somebody else, when you reach out to somebody else and encourage them, it fills you with nourishment. It fills you with food. It fills you with energy. It fills you with amazement for the day. Thank you, Ann. It fills you for the day ahead. When you send somebody else a message of encouragement, oftentimes it can pull you out of it. I wonder, is that why David in the Bible had the Psalms, why he was so encouraging, why he sang so many songs, why he was so lyrical, why he was such a poet? Because his life was so jacked up and so many times. Imagine being a young boy and going to kill the Goliath and the whole story around it, those who did not believe him. Imagine them becoming this star, and you have the king of Israel, the highest man, the most powerful man in the world at the time, who wanted to kill you. Imagine having your best friend and the king, his father, doesn't like him. You better learn how to get some encouragement. You better learn how to get some encouragement. This is important. And when you encourage others, when I say thank you, Bella, when I say thank you, Tony, when I say thank you, Rodney, when I say thank you, Tosh, when I say thank you, Trish, when I say thank you, Ann, when I say thank you, thank you, thank you. It builds that within us. We can do better. I encourage you today. I bet all 5 of these things you did not do. The fact you're already up, the phone is done, but tomorrow will be here. tomorrow will be here. If these things inspired you, if these messages of hope inspired you, you want to get your 2026 Morning 5 planner. Go to glennlundy.com/morning-5, glennlundy.com/morning-5. Get your planner and join the thousands and thousands and thousands of others who've been inspired as well. Thank you so much, Malik. I appreciate it. I'm honored that Glenn Lundy asked me to fill in for him. It's huge shoes to fill in. He's pioneered this show, and it's an honor to join him on this journey and continue to grow. But I encourage you, if what you heard today, just a little bit you heard today, whether you're new to Glenn Lundy, whether you're new to me, new to any of this, but if you heard those tips, you're like, I need some of this, you want to get the 2026 Morning 5 planner. You get to see your month at a glance to know what's happening. Boom, right there on the spot. Even your phone can't show it this size. Get to see what's happening right there in the spot. Daily execution of what you're going to do this day today. What are you going to do this day today? Got about 4 minutes left in the show. And here's what I'd like us all to do. I'd like us to take a minute to express either thing that's important to you. One, I would love for you to express what you're grateful for. 1 or 2 words, or as much as you need, but minimal. You don't have to be a full sentence. What are you grateful for? That's one. Everybody put in the chat what you're grateful for. Let the world know what you're grateful for and why you're grateful. Then I'd like you to say, who do I need to send an encouraging message to? You can write that on a separate sheet of paper. I want you to think about this after the show, after BWC. And by the way, those of you who don't know Breakfast with Champions, check us out. Download the Clubhouse app, audio-only app, and check out our community, Breakfast with Champions. Thank you, Tricia. So number 2, who do you need to send an encouraging message to? Who do you need to encourage? Who do you need to say thankful for? Who do you need to send a DM to? Send a fax to? Send a letter to? Send a carrier pigeon to? I don't care how you send it. 3, is it your day one to start a more consistent exercise routine, or are you going to keep saying one day? I love it. Patricia saying she's thankful for freedom. Love it, Patricia. Love it, love it, love it. Thankful for freedom. Love it here. The Unjin is saying Unjin is thankful for opportunity. Opportunity. My friend Alexandria Nicole, check out what she's doing, by the way, at EYG Events. EYG Events. Alexandria says, I'm grateful for waking up today for BWC, for my family, and so much more. Yes, we have so much to do. Yes, yes, yes. So much to be thankful for. And I think if we take the time to do that, take the time to say, what are we grateful for? Take the time to express that to not only ourselves quietly, but to express it from the mountaintops to others, we will be in a better place. And again, Cesar, glad you're here today. Glad you're enjoying this show. This is the Rise and Grind Glenn Lundy Show. He has this show every single day, Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. He's been doing this show for 3,000 episodes, give or take, since 2019, something like that. It's an amazing story that he's done it. But I wish you all a great day. And again, those of you who have been on BWC, you've already had your day started at 5 a.m. But those who may be waking up to the Glenn Lundy Rise and Grind Morning Show, wishing you an amazing day, wishing you a powerful day, wishing you a great day. Scott Simons, thankful for my health, my family, and my friends. Indeed, Scott, we have a lot to be grateful for because many don't have it. As we close out today, I'll end with Darian Sanders, amazing song. Darian Sanders, again, another great human who's introduced to us by Glenn Lundy. I think I have that here. I uploaded some of these things, but I'm not sure why they're not. Oh, maybe I have it in the music tab. Yeah, there we go. We'll play this out as we go. But wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Wishing you a rise and grind, beautiful day. Wishing you a great day of positivity and understanding one thing. You can choose the life you live. You can choose the life you live. You can choose to be the thermometer and be affected by what goes on around you. Or you can choose to be the thermostat and change every single room you're in. God bless America, but God bless the world. God bless you. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. You can get to know me better at RamonRay.com, filling in for Glenn Lundy on the Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind Morning Show. So fill in host, honored to be here today with you. God bless. Have an amazing, amazing day. Thanks again, Tosh. Glad you're here. Malika Starr, thanks again. Glad you're here. Appreciate you all so much. Rodney, glad you're here. Appreciate you a million times. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. The show wouldn't be the same without you. Darian Sanders singing there. Valerie, thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you so much. Glad you're here. See you all in the BWC room in just a few minutes, 2 seconds. Maria Lynn, glad you're here. One of my favorite humans, real estate mogul herself. Soul Socito, a quiet voice but consistent as always here. So glad you're here. Appreciate you being here. The sun will rise. The sun will rise. If you don't know Darian Sanders, I encourage you to go get his album, The Sun Will Rise by Darian Sanders.